for the folks on from YAP, we do record these meetings, and we do send out the link afterwards to all of our care management staff, just so that they could watch the presentation, just in case they weren't able to hop on the meeting. So take it away.
All righty. Good morning, everyone. My name is Carmen Pizarro. I am the program director for the Youth Advocate program here in Ocean County. This is my assistant director, and Juan Molina is our project director, and he's my supervisor. I wanted to start first with the history of YAP. This year, we're going to be celebrating our 50th year. Currently, YAP is working within 36 different states in the United States. You can go. The mission of YAP. The mission of YAP is to provide high-impact social justice that provides community alternative to youth incarceration or congregated placement. What that looks like is that we try to provide different alternatives for the station house adjustments, for the courts, for ocean partnerships, just to try to give them an alternative rather than not have our youth being detained, placed in shelters, and just being placed out of the home. Our mission is to provide the individuals who are or have been subject to the compulsory care with the opportunity to contribute and be valued as assets for the community. What does that look like? Well, that looks like us providing different programs that we have, which go from providing workshops in the school or in our offices, which are maybe anti-theft, anger management, anti-bullying. We also do a 9-week PATS, which kind of includes all of our topics together. And then we give the opportunity also to the our referring authorities, whether it's the CMO or whether it's probation, the police departments that we are partnering, and a different alternative. A lot of times, traditionally, the station house adjustments, they were kind of like, they didn't have that many resources. So it was like, okay, write an apology letter. Now we're offering them something that's a little bit more in depth so that they can, receive some type of coping skills to deal with whatever the situations that actually landed them into the station house adjustments. Sometimes the youth just need some out in the community support, whether that be a role model, mentorship, and then we have also a community anti-violence. That's a little bit more engaging. This is where we show up to court. We help with, transportation to probation. We work with the probation. We provide family team meetings where we try to come together with all the organizations that are servicing the youth and see how we can work together collectively to support the youth and the families. So one of our, we come from a strength model. Our approach is a strength-based approach, believing that every individual possesses strength. So we try to build on whatever strengths that the youth has and see how we can better support them so that they can become productive and an asset to the communities. What that looks like is maybe helping the family acquire whatever resources they may need, if they need support and like moving, things like that. Maybe they get backed up in a bill. We might not be able to pay it, but we'll be able to try to help the family find the different type of resources. We're located actually at a church where we have a big pantry. That could look like providing a family a little support with getting food. So we might give them a gift card and then, transport the food to them or transport the family to the pantry so that they'll be able to get what their needs is. Sometimes that means giving our youth a telephone. So number one, we're able to communicate with them, but the youth also has the ability to communicate with whatever other service providers that they have, as well as within the family themselves. Everyone needs positive people, places, and activities. One of the things that I pride myself in the Ocean County community. I try to hire our mentors and our advocates that are from the communities, with the belief that they know the area more, they know the families more, so they're able to support the families that we service a little bit more. Sometimes, there are areas that are a little bit more difficult, but for people that are from the community, they're able to access and maybe go into places where other people might struggle to get in. We plan family, part of the wraparound services that we provide. We try to do family engagements. That might be us coming to the home, providing dinner, cooking dinner with the family, playing Monopoly games. And then it can go as far as taking the family bowling. We've taken the kids to Wildwood, exposing them to different experiences that the family might not be able to provide. The families are the expert in their lives, and their voice is critical to the effective partnership. That's one thing that we always support. That our kids and our family, you utilize your voice. From the day of the intake, we establish that our services are temporary. Typically, we service our youth 6 months, depending of the level of need. So we come in like, hey, what do you need? What are your strengths? How can we? What can we do to support you? And what can we connect you for? Because this is a temporary services. As I said, one of the most responsible, our responsibility is to connect them with different resources. Again, we're only there temporary, but we're trying to make sure that once YAP weans himself out of their life, that this family is in a position that they can be more self-sufficient. The advocate model. So the advocate model, we sometimes have to attend the schools. We try to go. We have some of the kids that might be placed out of school. One thing I will say. Currently, we have like 10 youth, 10 youth that are actually being serviced by Ocean Partnership as well as us. So, whether we're showing up we're together or, if we can't show up, CMO will show up and we try to work. That's why it's important to try and establish a better partnership because we're servicing the same kids, and then there's no need for us to be duplicating the services. Plenty of times we're going somewhere, whether court or whether we are going to the school, where we're going to the police station and pick up our kids, and both of us are there. Where the lines of communications are open, we can go to this event, you guys can go to this other event, and we can just support each other so we can better service the family. And again, the next. Um, so again, we engage our families and youth as equal partners. That's something that is established at our intake. We're not going to force services on anyone, but we all have to make a commitment, which is established at the intake. This is what we're going to do. This is what we are requesting, and this is a commitment that's going to be established between all of us. We provide whether from 7 to 10 hours of services. Um, uh, 3 to 5 hours we encourage to be individual services. The other 5 hours we can do family engagement or we do social activities with the other youth in the program in order to again give them different experiences and expose them to other things beyond the community. And from the beginning, we established at the intake an individual service plan. That's where the family and the youth will come together and give us the goals that they want to work on. Sometimes they might not know exactly what goals that they need. So then we'll go over to okay, this is what the referral came in for. In the referrals, it says that, the family is in experiencing economical issues. So we try to see how we can allocate different resources. I have advocates that have taken parents and connected them with the workforce and got the families and have gotten one of the parents to start going to school to get their CDLs. We have a youth that currently we just got him into Job Corps. He went into Job Corps, he got his driver's license, and he's in the process of getting culinary certification. So basically, it's trying to commit them, connect them to different resources and stuff, so that it'll help the family become more successful. We have people who are at risk or are, no, or are in out of home placements. They need a secure setting, they need congregated care, and they need residential treatment in the facilities. Again, this is part of the partnership that we have for CMO. Some of the residential treatment facilities, I know that we have work with the kids, and CMO has been able to get them connected or into different programs that the family may need. We again try to provide a safe space, whether right here in our office, we created a game room for them. So in order just to keep them with that idle time, hey, you can come in here, we have a game, we have a TV, and we have somewhere where it provides them a safe space as an alternative for them just to be hanging outside and getting into trouble. Again, the programs that we offer here in the Ocean County area, we offer a mentoring program. For our mentoring, referrals must come from the county through the MDT. Those will be presented to the Youth Service Commission. I believe they do it every Monday, and if they agreed that the youth may better benefit from a mentoring, we receive the service, the referral, and will enroll the youth in our mentoring program. Our school-based workshops are available to anyone. The referrals can come from the school, from the police stations, from CMO. We can even take referrals from the parents if that's something that they're looking for. Again, the station house adjustments is they come from the police station, the New Jersey Community Anti-Violence Program. That's our more engaging for the higher level of care. These are our kids typically that might be going through the court system, may be on probation, they might be in juvenile detention, are getting ready to come home. They might be in an out-of-home shelter, and they're getting ready to come back into the community. The advocate will work with them to trying to connect them with different resources. In the anti-violence, we offer supportive work program where we try to find different places in the community where they will teach our youth employable skills, and we pay them. We pay them minimum wage. Right now, I'm trying to average about 4 months where we'll be paying them weekly, minimum wage, anywhere from 10 to 15 hours. It gives the family a little additional support, and it also gives our participants the experience. Our goal is also that if they do a great job, after us paying their salary on their wages for 4 months, that the employer, now that has a fully trained staff, will put them on their payroll. We've had so far maybe 4 or 5 kids where that has worked, so we're looking forward to continue to provide those services. Again, the anti-violence program, as opposed to the mentoring. The mentoring has a 7-hour minimum. The community anti-violence has a 10-hour minimum. Both our mentors and our advocates are on call, and we try to be there to provide whatever services and our youth has. I mean, we've gone as far and beyond as going to pick parents all the way in Linden to make sure that they're appeared for court. I had a staff member that one of their family members' car broke down. For the next couple of days, we had to pick up mom and drop off mom home just to make sure that she didn't lose her job. And yet, these are some of the services that we provide in order to try to support our youth and their families. Keep going to the next one. Okay, participant outcomes. 90% of the youth that we have serviced have not been convicted or educated or had a new offense while in the program. 87% of the participants that we service are living safely in the community at discharge. 88% we regularly attending were regularly attending school or graduated with a GED at discharge. questions and answers.
Anyone can unmute if they have any questions for Carmen or Yap. I do just want to take this time to also highlight how a lot of our values, our wraparound values, kind of overlap with YAP's values, especially like family voice and choice, strengths-based approach, and the need for collaboration. So I really think that that's important at the core of the work that we do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, like I am grateful for CMOs because collaboratively, there are times that I know we weren't able to show up, and we're happy the CMO was able to show up. Sometimes we might pay for the cell phone and CMO buys the foods. So again, I'm very grateful because the partnership that we have. I'm just looking forward. I know that right now we're in the process of getting the consent forms because, like I said, we have 10 kids right now rather than duplicate the services, if we can all work together with these youth that definitely have a lot of needs and the families, I think we'll be able better to serve.
Absolutely. I just had one question. I know some of the programs are specific, the referral needs to come from, a specific source. But for the other programs that are a little bit more open and lenient, and if CMO can refer to those programs, like how would you recommend going about that?
Okay. Usually we do because we do get some referrals from CMO, and what we do, they send. I know we provided in the past in a few presentations that we have provided the referral forms. All they have to do is fill out the referral form, email it back to me, and then we'll go ahead and contact the family and try to begin the intake process. Very simple. Fill out the referral, give me the reasons and that you believe that the youth could benefit from our services. Contact the family. Only issue is because it's not a mandated from the courts or probation, the family has the option to refuse.
And I'll reach out to the folks at YAP after this presentation to obtain that referral form. So once I send out the recording and all the information, I have that referral form in that email too, just so it's all in one place for the care managers.
Yes, absolutely. And again, I want to stress the difference. If you believe that a youth can just benefit for coming in anger management workshops, anti-bullying, then you can send them to the programs. We also provide some of the workshops within the schools. Where right now, currently, we're in the Lakewood and Barnegat and the Walnut Elementary schools, and I think we're meeting with Jackson schools to schedule services. So a lot, it will usually let you know, okay, if we're in that school, then what we'll do is we'll add them to the workshops there. If we're not in that school, then we'll schedule for the workshops to be here. And then as far as the anti-violence, we accept referrals even from the parents. We have schools, SROs, CMO, probation, of course, we can all be referred to the community anti-violence program, which is a higher level of care.
And just for the folks also that are unaware, so are these services free to the youth and family that are accessing?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one great thing is that we also provide transportation. If it's not inside of school, we'll pick up the youth and the family if necessary and bring them to the office for the workshops. Becomes to the advocate picks up the youth from the home and drops off at the home. All the activities are free to the family. If we provide them, if we take out the family bowling or bring a bucket of chicken to the house, completely on us.
Great.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I just wanted to confirm, does CMO need to stay open while you're providing support to the family, or if we close out, could they continue to seek support through you?
Absolutely, that we can work together. I've had that as part of the discharge plan from CMO. They connected with us, so as though they were transitioning from you guys to us. So whichever way is necessary.
Perfect, thank you.
Mhm.
Any other questions? Well, thank you guys so much. This was so informative. I definitely know that there's plenty of youth that we work with that would, benefit from these services. So I'm looking forward to getting the word out. And then if anyone from YAP is able to send me over that referral form after this meeting, I will definitely send it to our care management staff.
Absolutely. We'll send it shortly. Thank you. Thank you for listening. And again, we'll continue or happy and continue working with CMO so we can make a difference in these kids' lives.
Thank you so
And
much. And thank you everyone for being on. Have a
yes,
great
thank
day.
you. You as well.